What I love about entrepreneurship is anyone can be a successful entrepreneur. Many of you have started companies. Others of you are thinking about starting companies, and that's fine. I have been an entrepreneur. I know from firsthand experience how complex, how difficult, how demanding it can be. What do I do? How do I start a company? How do I run a company? What works, what doesn't work? Pick a category that interests you, or do something that is interesting, because you are gonna live and breathe that business. The best businesses answer a need, something that isn't working well right now or that could function better, and really think about it from the point of view of the consumer. Of course, there are a million problems you will face. No success is assured. We understand the risks, but you have every right to believe that your business will be successful. I'm a big fan of don't wait till perfect. Just get it out there. If it doesn't have all the features, launch it, add the features as you go, change the graphics, improve the look, but don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough. And optimize, optimize, optimize. Better to get it out there and then see the consumer behavior and learn from that. Always try to pick a name that's easy to remember. Tell a few people, and then the next day just say, do you remember that brand I told you? And just see if they remember. It's an easy way to tell. I think there are two skills essential to being a successful entrepreneur. The first and the most important is stubbornness, but you could call it drive or focus or direction. The understanding, or maybe even just the feeling that you will not stop, you will not give up, no matter how hard it is. And you have to have the strength inside of you to say, it doesn't look very good right now, but there is a solution out there and I will find that solution. If you can learn that trait, that's 80% of success. The other part, which is learn how to learn. You don't need to know that much when you start, but you have to quickly be figuring it out as you go. I always say, it's more valuable just to start moving and every day have progress than to take a year and come up with the perfect plan. Because once you're moving, you're moving. And momentum is more important than perfection. One of the most important jobs you have if you're a founder is giving firm decisions to your team whenever they ask for them or need them, because that is what allows them to do their jobs. Listen, decide, communicate, which means whenever there's a big decision, listen to everyone, make sure everyone who is involved, make sure they all feel like you listened to them and you heard what they had to say. Then assimilate all that information and make the best decision you can, and make a decision. Don't kick it down the road. And then communicate that decision back out to everyone. I heard you all, I heard, these are the possible benefits, these are the possible problems. I have decided, yes, we're gonna go forward with this partnership, and now we're moving forward. Starting a business is like adopting a puppy. It is your responsibility and you cannot give it up. That business needs everything and you have to be ready to give it everything you have, and that is your commitment to that business. You, if you're an entrepreneur, you never clock out. You are thinking all day and all night. You will go home, you will dream about your business. In the morning, you will wake up, you will remember your dreams, and you will run to go back to your work. Plan like you're training for a marathon, because you are training for a marathon, and learn how you work best. Pick the first few people very carefully. The personalities of the people you work with are as important as the skills of the people you work with. I now am really careful that I only try to pick people I really like or that I get along with easily. Set the culture early. And culture starts with the first employee. By the time you have 10, it's too late. The company already has a culture, and it gets harder and harder to change as you get farther and farther away from new people. One day a month, we would do a lunch where we brought in food and beer, and then we would celebrate that month every birthday of the month and also every work anniversary. So people have been there 1 year, 2 year, whatever. The best culture is where people want to see each other succeed. Particularly when you're a small team in a startup, what you realize is everyone else is very invested also in this startup, and take the time to give them positive energy. In a startup, no one should be trying to get rich from salary. They should be trying to get rich from equity. And they should be trying to get rich from equity because they should believe in themselves and their ability to make the company successful. That if you have a superstar and they drive a really hard bargain, give them more equity. A superstar has the confidence that they can make the business successful. So that's where you can be generous. Your job is to always be talking about how great your business is, how perfect your vision is, how great your future is. Your team are relying on your confidence. They are drawing strength from you, and you are the ultimate strength of the company. So whether you are feeling it or not, you have to be giving that to your team. So in every conversation, you're talking about how great things are going. I'm not saying you should deceive yourself. You should be honest with yourself at all times. What is working well? What isn't working well? And you should always be factoring these things. What do I need to do differently? Where do I have to improve? What can I learn? If you make a mistake, if you do something badly, forgive yourself and learn from it and don't do it again. You are always raising money. Even when you are not raising money, you are raising money. In every conversation, you're sizing up someone. Could they invest? Now, someday, is this a relationship I want to build? You are always raising money because every business needs more money than you think it needs. If you want capital from outside of Austria, and particularly if you want capital from US investors, start with a clean, well-organized company. As long as you can easily explain the structure of the company and it makes sense for the success of the company, they'll be fine with it. If it's a very complex structure with affiliates and whatever, that could turn off some investors. Growing a company, it's like blowing up a balloon. And what you want to do is get the most air in the balloon and quickly tie it off before it pops. The question is, how big a balloon can you blow? How much air can you get in that balloon before it's time to tie the knot? That's kind of a particular way to think about it. So I've built my career selling companies. Some people who have a huge market and a great idea, their idea is to never sell. In certain cases where you have a huge idea, that is the right philosophy. But I'm a very big fan of, build something, find a big company that really likes it and sell it. I've made an entire career out of doing that.